Today we're checking out a game that totally caught me by surprise. Once Human, developed by Starry Studio. It's a multiplayer open-world survival game set in a wild post-apocalyptic future. Picture this, teaming up with friends, battling creepy monsters, digging through the dirt of secret plots, scrambling for resources, and setting up your own spot in this chaotic world. Sounds cool, right? Well, it's even cooler when you think about going from just another survivor to someone who could actually change the world. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't expect much at first, but boy, did this game prove me wrong right from the start. The cinematic cutscenes and the voice acting? Top notch. It's clear the team poured their heart and probably a ton of coffee into making these as gripping as possible. Moving on to the character creation, it's a blast. You can tweak your character to your heart's content, and they've even teased us with some lock tabs for future goodies. It's as simple as or complex as you want it to be, and I'm all for that kind of flexibility. The tutorial dropped me into a mix that felt like Resident Evil met PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and yes, it looks as awesome as it sounds. Enter Deviants. These pet-like creatures you can tame and control, adding a whole new layer to gameplay. The game doesn't waste time teaching you the basics like building a shelter and fending off weird creatures out to get you. After monsters, the basics, you've launched into a real world from way up high by a crow named V. This is where you pick your new home base. Pro tip, if you're teaming up, make sure to land near each other to avoid a marathon run to regroup. You get to choose between PvE and PvP worlds. I went with PvE to get my bearings first, but there's a PvP option with a safe zone for newbies up to level 10. Finding the perfect spot is just the beginning. Gathering resources has its familiar yet fresh feel. I loved how you can scavenge through old houses, turning what seems like junk into valuable materials. The game's approach to food and resource management strikes a niche balance, important but not too punishing. But for me, the real thrill comes at night. The game transforms, feeling like you're smack in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. The challenge ramps up with enemies becoming tougher and more numerous as you progress. It's exhilarating. The journey system is a neat way to track quests and progress through the game's skill tree, letting you specialize in anything from combat to crafting or even gardening. And the motorcycle you eventually get? Absolute game changer for exploring and hauling resources. Honestly, Once Human nails the horror survival vibe. It was a bit much to take in at first, but I quickly got hooked. Even after logging off, I couldn't stop thinking about what to do next with my meta-human character. That's a sign of a solid game in my book. For a beta, Once Human deserves a solid 9 out of 10 for me. If you found this review helpful and entertaining, smash that thumbs up button and maybe even subscribe for more. Can't wait to see what awaits in the next adventure. Catch you in the next review.